starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is our group project for CSC 126. We are from group 4. The problem we are solving is problem number 3. Our project title is Retirement Age Advisor. This is our group member, Muhammad Iqbal bin Azhar Shazri, Aiman Asfar bin Jaafar, Encik Dehan bin Nasir, and Fadil Akmal Adib bin Muhammad Anas. My name is Aiman Asfar bin Jaafar, and I will be explaining about our proposed project summary and the objective of the project. So, our project summary is to create a program to advise all the staff to retire at either age 55 or 60 based on their mortality predicted and PICUD for short, and to count the total of retirement separately. Besides that, their PICUD will be determined based on their condition, age involved, body mass index, BMI for short, value, age, and gender. The BMI value will be automatically calculated by entering their weight and height. Furthermore, the program also helps identifying the staff with the worst health problem. Lastly, the program includes a search function to search for any information based on their name, and our project objective are to advise staff to retire at either age 55 or 60, to count the total staff that are advised to retire at age 55 and 60, to identify the staff with the worst health problem, to determine the staff amplitude based on their condition, to calculate the staff BMI value based on their weight and height, and to search for the staff information based on name entered. Based on our analysis, we discovered these are the input, process, and output. For input, we have number of staff, name, age, gender, weight, and height. For the process, we have the formula to calculate the BMI and the difference of BMI, which is modulo BMI minus 21.7. For our output, we have name, age, gender, weight, height, BMI, and PICUD. The staff who have the worst health, the total staff who are advised to retire at age 60, and the total staff who are advised to retire at age 55. And now, I will pass it to my colleague Azim Idham to continue the presentation.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Azim Idham bin Nasir, and I will explain local and project. First, the user need to input the staff to determine size of array. After that, we will declare name, gender, MP, age, weight, height, and BMI. Next, we enter for looping. The program will continue to input name, age, gender, weight, and height. Next, we enter to the function calculate BMI. In function, we declare weight and height and calculate BMI equal to weight divide height multiple height, and we return BMI. The program will enter to selection, gender equal to M, gender type is male, as if, gender equal to F, and gender type is female. Next, we enter to next selection. If BMI larger than 30, we continue with the next selection. If age less than 40, and continue with the next selection. If gender type is male, MP will be A, as if gender type is female, MP will be B, as if age larger and equal to 40, the gender type will be male, and MP code will be B, and if gender type is female, MP code will be C. Next, if BMI less than and equal to 30, if age less than 40, we'll be continue with selection, gender type equal to male, MP code will be A, as if gender type female, MP code will be A, as if age larger than equal to 40, if gender type equal to male, MP code will be B, as if gender type is female, MP code will be B. And the next Sudoku and project, I will give to my friend Radin Akmal Adib.
My name is Radin Akmal Adib bin Muhammad Anas, and continuing Azim's explanation, after entering the number of staff and their details, the program will then sort between those who should retire at the age of 60 and 55. After that, it will also determine who in the group has the largest gap of BMI. Afterwards, the program will then display its retiring advice based on the number of people they are sorted. And also, it will also display the staff who is having the most health problem. Next, the program asks if the user wants to search for a specific name. If the user inputs a name, the program will enter a loop to find the mentioned name, and the program will give response whether the mentioned name is in the group/array or not. Entering the alphabet Y, however, will end the program entirely. In the previous slide, there was a function used named display. It is similar to pseudocode's method of displaying an information, but is for the details of mentioned name in the group, such as name, age, gender, weight, height, BMI, and their MP code. And I will now pass it to my friend Irfan to explain about source code.
My name is Muhammad Irfan, and I will continue on with our source code. So firstly, we will be using IOManip and CMAT as our additional function to calculate the BMI and the acquisition later on. So firstly, we have function declaration where we use data type double for calculate BMI and the weight and height. Furthermore, our next function for the display function, we will be using void as we will not return any value. So moving along, we have the variable declaration where we declare search name as string and the difference and the max difference as double, the stop search gender as character, and the retire count and the stuff, the target and the problem will be using integer. So for the array declaration, we also use string for the name and gender type, the character for MP, and the integer for age, and double for the weight, height, and BMI. So over here, this is just the same as the pseudocode. But if you see here, we have input cin.ignore before we use our get line. We use cin.ignore to avoid any bug when inputting our name. So furthermore, over here is still the same as in the pseudocode. This is still the same. For over here, we have the ABS function where we use the hashtag include CMAT. So what this does is when we put BMI minus with 21.7, the value will return as positive value. So we could find the furthest range to the normal BMI to find the person with the most health problem. Moving along. Okay, over here, this is where we call our function, and everything is still the same. And this is still the same. So if you can see over here, this is our sample of output. So first we have Ahmad, who is age 30 male with weight 70 and height of 1.73 meters. So our program will calculate the BMI and return his BMI as 23.39, and the program already classified him as MP code A, meaning that he will be advised to retire at age 60. Besides that, we also have no role where her BMI is actually 36.68, which is the farthest among Ain and Ahmad. Therefore, we can see that the staff who is having the most health problem is Nurul. And you can see that she is classified as MP code C, meaning that she will be she is advised to retire at age 55. And lastly, we have Ain, which is a 28 female with a normal BMI, that is with 17.58. And she is classified as MP code A. As you can see, we also import another name, which is Muhammad, and the program reply with name not found because there is no Muhammad entered in the database. So when the user enter N for not wanting to search for stuff, the program will end. For our next sample, we have put both male with the range of one with normal BMI and the other one with overweight. As you can see, the BMI for Muhammad is 24 and the BMI for Khairul is 44. Therefore, the staff who is having the most health problem is Khairul. And because both of them are MP code A and B, so there is no staff that is advised to retire at age 55, since retiring at age 55 is only for MP code C. So this is our example of samples, and that is all from us.